It begins with silence, not the silence of peace, not the silence of rest, but the silence that feels heavy, suffocating, eternal. You open your eyes and you are in a room. 4 walls, a ceiling, a floor. That's it. Plain, empty, cold. At first you laugh. Surely this can't be real. You tell yourself, I'll leave soon. This is nothing. Just a moment. Just a pause. But then as time passes, you try the door. It does not open. You press your palms against the walls. They do not move. You look for a window. And you find one. But when you peer outside, there is nothing. No sky, no earth, no light. Only an infinite blackness stretching forever. And slowly your laughter dies. Because deep inside you know this is not an accident. This is not a mistake. This is a prison. And the most terrifying part, you built it yourself. Every time you delayed, a wall rose higher. Every time you wasted hours, the ceiling dropped lower. Every time you said tomorrow, the door grew heavier. Every hesitation, every excuse, every moment of comfort added another brick, another lock, another shadow, and now you are here. In the room you can never leave. Think back to your life. How many mornings slipped away because you said, I'll start later? How many dreams faded because you said it's not the right time? How many doors closed because you stood still instead of moving forward? Every one of those choices had a cost. Not money, not pain, but something far more dangerous, your time. Time, the most precious thing you were given. The gift that cannot be returned. The gift that cannot be bought, and now you see the truth. The room is not built of bricks. The room is built of wasted time. At first it seems harmless, comfortable even. Inside the room there is no danger, no risk, no failure. You tell yourself, I'm safe here. I cannot lose here. Nothing can hurt me here. But as the days pass, the comfort becomes poison. The silence becomes a trap. And the safety becomes a lie. Because the room doesn't protect you, it consumes you. Look closely. The walls aren't solid. They pulse. They breathe. They close in inch by inch every time you sit still. The ceiling lowers, pressing down every time you waste another hour. The air grows thinner each time you surrender to delay. You feel it, don't you? That weight in your chest. That guilt. That whisper, I should have done more. I should have moved sooner. I should have tried. That whisper is not imagination. That whisper is the room tightening its grip. But here is the greatest deception. The room tells you it cannot be escaped. It tells you the walls are permanent. It tells you the door is sealed. But that is a lie. The truth? The walls were never solid. The door was never locked. The prison was never outside you. It was always inside you. The prison is hesitation. The prison is comfort. The prison is fear, and that means the key has always been in your hands. Think about it. Every time you take action, the walls crack. Every time you speak when fear tells you to stay silent, the door loosens. Every time you move forward, even trembling, the ceiling rises, because the room cannot devour movement. It cannot swallow courage. It cannot consume persistence. Action is the weapon. Courage is the light. Discipline is the hammer that shatters the chains. But don't be fooled. The room will not surrender easily. It was built over years. Brick by brick, excuse by excuse. It will fight to stay alive. The moment you rise, the air will grow heavier. The moment you push, the walls will groan. The moment you reach for the door, shadows will scream. Because the room survives only if you believe in it. And belief is its greatest weapon. You see, the room doesn't need to hold you forever. It only needs to convince you to stop trying. It doesn't need to chain you. It only needs to whisper, stay. It's easier here. It's safer here. Tomorrow will be better, and if you believe it, you lose. Now imagine this. You rise slowly, your body heavy, your spirit trembling. The walls rumble. The air shakes. The shadows hiss. You step forward. The floor cracks beneath you. The door trembles. The handle groans. You place your hand upon it, you pull, and for the first time it moves. The room screams. The shadows rage. The walls collapse, and then light. The world outside the room is not easy. It is filled with storms, with battles, with pain, but it is also filled with purpose, with meaning, with life, because you were never created to rot in silence. You were never meant to be consumed by hesitation. You were made to strive, to build, to rise, and the room cannot survive once you move forward. But beware, the room never dies completely. It waits. It waits in your comfort. It waits in your distraction. It waits in your excuses. Every time you say not today, later tomorrow, the room begins to rebuild. And that is why you must fight every day. Not once, not twice, But every morning, every hour, every choice. Because freedom is not a one-time escape. Freedom is a daily battle. So ask yourself, how many years have you lost to the room already? How many dreams died inside these walls? How many doors closed forever because you waited too long to open them? And now, will you let it continue? Or will you rise? Will you act? Will you shatter the walls once and for all? The room whispers, stay safe. But safety is not living. The room whispers, stay silent. But silence is a chain. The room whispers, wait. But waiting is how life devours you. And one day the whispers will stop. Not because the room set you free, but because you no longer have any time left. So hear this clearly. The room is not stronger than you. The walls are not real. The chains are not locked. The only thing keeping you inside is belief. And the moment you break that belief with action, the prison crumbles. So rise. Step forward. Speak, act, move. Because you were not created for silence. You were not created for delay. You were not created to live in the room you can never leave. You were created for more. And beyond those walls is the life you were meant to live.